My name is Helen, and I'm one of the older patients. I'm 75. But what brought me to Dr. Mandy was that basically I had a healthy life, and I felt like I was aging well and doing everything I normally do. And a couple of years ago, I started having urinary tract issues, and looking back on my life, I can see that I had little flares of things in my, along the way, but never really thought anything of it because all my friends were having the same problems. So, I just thought it was part of life. And so when I started to get really uncomfortable, and I'd also looked into health, alternative medicine, holistic practices, and things like that. And I thought I was doing all the right things and doing the things that were suggested if you felt like you were having urinary tract problems and so forth. And things were just getting worse. So I went to my primary care doctor and found I had an infection and got on the antibiotic, and that did not solve my other symptoms I was having, the other pains and frequencies and different things that were going on. And then I found out about a GYN practice that looked like it was maybe a little bit integrative. So I tried that, and things got a little bit better. And then everything went back to square one again. So I got on the internet and started looking around, and I found out about Dr. Mandy, and it just seemed to be the right thing. So I contacted their practice and was able to join in on and get an appointment with her. So that is how I ended up with Dr. Mandy. And the conventional wasn't working, and I wanted something that would be more effective. So we did some testing, and then we had some lab results. And what I was impressed because it was simple to do. Some of it you could do at home and send in the materials. For blood work, I went to our regular lab, and nothing was complicated, and it promised to give us some information to work with, which I thought was a great idea. It was very helpful. As far as results from the testing, what was good was you got the results, and you were able to look at them on the computer, and Dr. Mandy was able to go over the results. And I had never really had any kind of testing like that through my primary care doctor. So I was getting details about minerals and how my body absorbed minerals, and other more detailed information, biochemical information that I had never talked with a doctor about. So it was extremely informative, extremely helpful, and got us started on a path of looking at root causes. So as a result of the testing, I was able to start on a customized nutritional supplement that was tailored for me. There was definite improvement. I was just amazed at how fast I was seeing improvement, going from a place of constant discomfort to place of being comfortable again. I had to go back and look at my notes about my symptoms because I was forgetting how uncomfortable I had been. So that was wonderful. The supplements were, Dr. Mandy was very good about getting you started. She introduced everything so that your body could transition to the new supplements. It was, nothing that was hard to do or hard to implement. And the thing that was most amazing was that I went from frequency and urgency and cloudy urine and vaginal pain to none of it, or 99% gone. So I'm looking forward to continuing to live with that kind of improvement. Some of the other things that were helpful was overall my health was at least as good, if not better, than it had been before. I went through numbers of various circumstances that were challenging, having to travel, having to help family members and so forth. And I was able to stay healthy through all of that. My hair which has always been thin and fine hair, seems to be getting healthier now. I would sometimes have blood sugar spikes and during the day from eating what I now know was improperly, but that's all gone. I'm much more stable through the day with my energy level. My sleep is better. So yeah, those things have all improved. So I've been on the program just a bit over 6 months. And with all that we did in changing the way I was eating, I just realized I was losing the pounds I put on in my 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I put on about 10 or more pounds that just didn't seem to come off even with exercise. And it's not that I was overweight, but I would like to have lost a little bit of that. But now I've lost it all. And it's through no effort other than just changing the way I was eating. As far as recommending the testing process to others in facing similar challenges, I would definitely recommend the testing processes and take advantage of them. And also, for someone who's older, if some older ladies in their 70s like me, or even older, were to stumble across this information and wonder whether it would help them or not, I would encourage you to just take the plunge and do something different. Even no matter what your age is. I just thought this was part of aging, having these problems is part of aging, but it's not. And you can end up aging better if you're willing to make some of the changes. Compared to other wellness, it's much more tailored. This process is better than other wellness things I've tried because it was tailored for me. I did a lot of things that were organic, and I read lots of information, applied lots of things, and took lots of supplements. But what I have found out is all of that was not necessarily helpful for me. The way my body responds to things, the way my body functions, all of those things were not necessarily helpful. And I needed to figure out which things to change. And that's what Dr. Mandy helped me with. I would say that this will open your eyes. I would just sum up everything by saying this will open your eyes. You will learn new things that you did not previously know, even if you felt like I felt like I was a fairly informed person and that I had eaten a clean diet and I was into all the organic stuff and all of that. I have learned a lot. I have learned about oxalates, which I had no idea. I had never heard about those somehow in all of my reading, which it turns out was, I think, my major problem, because going on that low oxalate diet has definitely, I think it's been the key for my particular issues. So I say, to sum it up, you will learn new things. You will learn.